Okay, welcome back, folks. So we'll call this part 2 of the Westwood Junction Ys. Better shot of Westwood Junction here, active Reading and Northern. Where these two split off, we were just exploring in that swath of woods up in here where there was a connecting Y. Very old from what it looked like too. If the dates on the rails were correct, possibly 1888 and 1890 is when the steel or iron possibly was rolled for those rails. Anyway, so now that we're at part 2, you can see the junction better here. Originally, as I was mentioning in the previous video, the Mine Hill and Schuylkill Haven Railroad, which was built by the New York and Schuylkill Coal Company to get anthracite from the region up here, where there's a ton of anthracite, or was especially at that time, up here in this part of Schuylkill County. And it would be transported down rail, possibly before locomotives, or right as locomotives were becoming a thing, because we're talking late 1820s, early 1830s. 1831 is when traffic started. This would go down to Schuylkill Haven, PA, to the Schuylkill Navigation System, or Schuylkill Canal, where the coal would be loaded and sent to the major cities. In 1890, the Lehigh Valley Railroad, which I believe originally, when it came up through here, was the Schuylkill Haven and Lehigh Valley, or Schuylkill and Lehigh Valley. I'll put that in the description. Actually, you know what? I have it right here. I'll tell you right now. 1890, built under the Schuylkill and Lehigh Valley. Came up through here, through Schuylkill County, actually originating at Lizard Creek Junction, way back along the Delaware River, and then made its way up here to compete with anthracite. So that would have been abandoned. This where we're walking right now. Abandoned in 1953 by the Lehigh Valley. So we're gonna go walk the Lehigh Valley Y, and I'm just gonna hush and we'll enjoy the scenery. Okay, we come to the point on the Y. This would have continued to Lehigh Valley Railroad coal interests to the west. And now it's pretty cool. They got a Y right through the rocks here, a double rock cut. And then comes out of the rock cut. So we're going to take the Y back to the main. Guess you could call it the main. Not the actual Lehigh Valley main, but it's the main branch, main Schuylkill branch of the Lehigh Valley. That's the problem with rock cuts when they're not maintained, is they fill up with water like this. A little bit of ice yet. It's actually quite warm. It's approaching 50 up here today. Not too shabby for December 16th. So this railroad this branch of the valley being built in 1890, looking at 60 years after the first road came through, the Mine Hill and Schuylkill Haven. Quite a bit of time between these two roads being built up here. Now we're back on the valley that would take us down to Schuylkill Haven. Actually, well, not really Schuylkill Haven proper, but to the area of Schuylkill Haven. I've been learning some other things about that area down there, the Valley Bridge that was huge. Crossed over the Reading, the Pensy, the canal, what is now PA 61, but wasn't back then. It's a monster bridge. I'll have to do some digging around on that one too at some point in the future. So we're back. As you can see, we just came off the Y. We're back on the main branch up here of the Lehigh Valley. And we are heading back towards where we started this video at. Okay, here we are. So that's where we went into the Y. Just came from here. And we'll go back to where we started. I'll show you that bridge abutment. And we'll go down and take a look at the Reading Railroad Bridge as well. So that was the Lehigh Valley Railroad Y at Westwood Junction. This also could be Marlin, Pennsylvania. Marlin is the closest census designated area. It's right below Minersville. So Minersville and Schuylkill Haven is where we're between today. Nice size. Lehigh Valley never disappoints. So now what's really cool, and if I was ever going to do a model railroad, I might pick this spot. So you've got the bridge here, you've got the original, well, not the original grade, newer bridge. So you would have had the valley going over what would have been the Reading when the valley was up here. Both going into or coming out of Wise. I guess it's theoretically possible the stonework of that pier could be from the 1830 build of the original line. That I wouldn't know for sure. That could be Mine Hill and Schuylkill Haven. So this here is definitely Lehigh Valley. Get you a better look out of the sun. There she is in all her glory. So then you would have had the bridge going across all this. Would have been some sort of trestle here. Going across the Reading Bridge. And then it would have crossed the west branch of the Schuylkill here. And then gone on into Pottsville to the north. While we're here, Reading Curve. And I think there's a date stamp down below on this one. There is. Let's see if we can get to it. So yeah, look at these rocks. What do you think? You think that could be original abutment for the Mine Hill? Probably not. Maybe Philadelphia and Reading came in and redid it. All right, so there is a date stamp right there. I know you can't see it on the phone. I believe it says 1928. Try and get a little closer, but it's a bad angle. Sorry. No, you're not going to be able to pick it up, but it is right there, and it does say 1928, it looks like, on this, when the concrete would have been replaced on the top. Don't know about the abutments. That's a shame we can't get under there. I'd like to check that out, but I'm not going in the water. All right, folks, I'm rambling on. I'm going to wrap this up. So there it is. That was part 2, the Lehigh Valley Y at Westwood Junction. Any questions, comments, please feel free to let me know what you think. This was a lot of fun doing these two right here. I'll see you guys down the road.